What's up, guys? How you doing? My name is Switzerland. This is my second YouTube video, so I definitely appreciate whoever's tuning in. I definitely appreciate you tuning in. Thank you. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. It's definitely gonna be a ride. It's only gonna get better from here. For those who do not know me, I also have a Instagram blog. It's called Switzerlands.world. So definitely check that out. I'm posting different restaurants, different places you can go to, nice spots. Just giving you a different vibe. So if you ever get into a pickle and you don't know what to go to, places to see, I'm your guy. But what I wanted to talk to you about today is how to find that restaurant, how to find that perfect restaurant. There's a lot that goes into it. You can't just look at a book and then say, hey, I want to go to a restaurant, and it's just going to be amazing when you get there. There's a lot of things you need to look at. And for those who might have any ideas already, that's great. Just giving you some more ideas, something to look into. But keep in mind, there's a lot of restaurants out here. A lot. In New York City, you're looking at over 26,000 restaurants out here. And I mean, hey, that's just the beginning, because I only could see restaurants only blooming more out here in New York City. You have Staten Island with almost 1,000 restaurants in their area. You have the Bronx with over 2,300 restaurants. You hear me? You have Queens with over 5,900 restaurants. I know, right? That's what I was saying. Brooklyn with over 6,600 restaurants. That's a lot. And most of all, Manhattan with over 10K restaurants. Now, I'm not asking you to go to all these restaurants. I'm not asking you to check everything. But there's a lot that goes into these restaurants, and I want to be able to help you try to find the best one that suits your needs. First thing that goes into play with me is the location. Location is very important. Sometimes you want to be close. Sometimes you want to be far. It's always good to find a restaurant that has a good distance, and there's sometimes good to have a restaurant that has a close distance. You could be near a restaurant that's probably 2 blocks away from your house. I personally think that's pretty good, because sometimes you don't want to go that far. So location is definitely something I would recommend that people look into. Another thing is the ambiance. I'm a romantic guy, so sometimes I like to have that romantic vibe. Dim lights, or sometimes I might want to be in a party mood. So it depends on the lighting. Sometimes I like the bright lighting. But the ambiance is definitely important, and I think it should be definitely important to you. Especially for the guys that like to go on these dates, and you're probably trying to do something romantic. You want to have that good vibe. You want to make sure the moment is right. Another thing that we could definitely look into is, or I look into, is I choose the right restaurant that gives you the core values. When I mean by core values, you're looking at consistency and efficiency. Dealing with these values right here, I'm talking about a waiter coming to you, making sure that everything is okay, asking if there's anything anything else that they can give you, ordering another round of drinks, just being there, checking on you. That also ties into great customer service. Because if you're there for me throughout the whole time I'm here, I feel like you care. And I definitely think that's something that's important, or should be important to a lot of people. Another thing is having a sanitary area, making sure it's very clean. You don't want to go to a restaurant where it's dirt around, or flakes around, or even roaches. All right, who's doing that? I definitely won't be in a place if there's roaches in there. All right, but you want a place clean. You want to be able to go in there and say, hey, this is a pretty clean place. They have good values here, and the hygiene too. You want to make sure you go into a restaurant or you go to a lounge and people smell good. You don't want to make it smell like people just came from the gym, running or what have you. It's very uncomfortable. I know it will be uncomfortable for me. And that's definitely something I'll look into. With all of these are definitely things that I look into that I find very interesting when it comes to restaurants, or I find something important when it comes to restaurants that I look for into. And hopefully it's something that you look into. Once you find these restaurants, you might look into finding out which restaurants have a Michelin star. Yes, I said it. Michelin star. Michelin stars, definitely something we could definitely talk about. And what I want to tell you is, what is a Michelin star? I'll tell you what a Michelin star is on my next video. That's what I'm gonna do. On my next video, we could definitely talk about Michelin stars. We could talk about how many Michelin stars people get, restaurants get. How many Michelin stars are in the U.S. How many Michelin stars are in New York City? We could definitely get into that, and I definitely want to talk more about that with you guys. But I definitely hope this was helpful for you. It made me happy to express this to you guys, and I just want to say one more thing. Just remember, I told you first.